Signs of growth were to be found everywhere in the Trust territory. But what would sustain this growth after U.S. development dollars had been spent? The creation of a strong economy was one of the major tasks to be accomplished.
I think the government tried to have many projects like cacao, rice, banana.
Yeah, there was the big rice plantation that started out over Medellin.
They had a handicraft shop. People were making handicrafts. Ladies were learning how to sew.
The government tried a lot of programs.
There was Point Bay pepper.
The ice plant, raised pigs.
And they made stories.
They also had a fishing market.
Raising chickens.
They were making oil or making soap.
A slaughterhouse.
And the small boats.
Mahogany trees.
Dried fish.
There was a soft drink program there, was someplace making it.
Many things that you don't believe existed.
Wasn't a lot of industry, but there was little things going on. Of course, Pat's was started, and a lot of furniture was made at that time.
My desk and many of the desks in the Congress were made by them.
The Van Camp freezer unit was set up in 62, 63 by a guy named Sid Seed, Alan Seed's father. It was a place where they froze fish. Ships would come in and haul the fish to American Samoa for canning.
There were many attempts at small industry over the years, but none were very successful. What then would drive the Micronesian economy? Despite difficulties in other areas, copra, that old Micronesian favorite, could still be counted on for roughly $2 million a year. Tourism was another possible economy builder. Where U.S. Marines once stormed ashore, there were now a growing number of curious travelers enjoying the sun and the sea. But tourism began in earnest in the late 1960s with the opening of the Royal Taga Hotel in Saipan.
I've got a great Time magazine feature article on the Royal Taga. It was done because it was such a big thing out here. It was the first luxury hotel in the Western Pacific. By God, they had a swimming pool and rooms and a restaurant, and it was air conditioned. And we had astronauts staying there. Coming up from the Outliers like truck, it was heaven.
Then, in 1968, tourism was given another boost as Continental Airlines launched Air Micronesia and began offering jet service to the islands.
While you're here with us, take the opportunity to enjoy our famous beaches, our fishing, and other holiday facilities. Meet our people, enjoy our food and our hospitality, and have a happy time.
During this time, many new hotels went up. offering a hint of what was to come 15 years later when the tourist boom from Asia hit. In 1963, the U.S. set aside funds to help new hotels and businesses get going.
The engine for that was the financial scheme called EDLF, Economic Development Loan Fund. This was supposed to be a revolving fund. I would say it was more of a grant than a loan. I don't think it has any significant interest rate on it. Nanmatol Hotel, that was an EDLF loan by the late Bailey also.
The Economic Development Loan Fund was well-intentioned, but most of the project money went into attempts that failed. Senator Romant Metour saw this danger.
Well, he said it was easy money. You get it easily and you lose it easily. He wanted solid money, money he had to work for.
There were few easy answers. The hopes for development rested in good part on a decent infrastructure.
Looking forward to future progress toward economic self-sufficiency for Micronesia, we are striving to complete the basic facilities needed by the territory. Hopefully, within a few years, you will have more adequate airports, more power, water, sewage systems, better hospitals, more classrooms, and better roads.
During the 1970s, the U.S. began to pour in millions in funding for capital improvement projects, roads, bridges, and other improvements.
The CIP funding was a product of, to the credit of the Congress of Micronesia, pushing for something concrete to happen and some kind of a plan that you can look ahead. For instance, Majuro, the extension of the runway, was done by the Congress.
One of the grandest of the projects during this era was the construction of a bridge spanning the channel that separates Koror from Bebeldaup in Palau. With its ever-increasing flow of U.S. grant funds, Micronesia could afford to mount more projects than ever before.
But when you look behind all these good things, you wonder if they are really good for the people, for the country. They have, again, established this long and strong link of dependency to the United States more than anything else.
One thing the United States should do at this time is to stop this handout type program, because the handout type programs are making Micronesians more and more dependent.
Where the U.S. had once been accused of neglecting its island territory, now it was accused of spoiling it.
World opinion forced Washington to try to live up to its trust obligation. We have proven again that money is not everything, nor can you buy everything with it.
The economy, such as it was not self-sustaining. The island government had become unnecessarily large and complex, and was by far the largest employer of Micronesians. But the U.S. administration was hopeful that it could prop Micronesia up until it was able to stand on its own 2 feet.
You, the people of Micronesia, are moving toward a new era of increased economic self-sufficiency. You must be ready to accept the responsibilities that will come with these developments.
In the end, however, the economy remained as dependent on government spending and U.S. subsidies as ever.